Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are at Fred Beans Volkswagen in Devon, Pennsylvania, and it is As Is Monday here on Chabby's Rides. And what we have for you here today is an As Is used 2019 Nissan Sentra Nismo. That means we got turbocharged power, a 6-speed manual, all the Nismo bits around the car, the color gun metallic. So if you're in the market for an enthusiast vehicle, you want to spend low money, and this is low money compared to what you can get on the new market today, and they don't make the Nismo Sentra any longer. You're talking $15,900 for this car. So we're going to go through it, and you can let me know. As is, $15,900. Got some enthusiast fun. Is this the way you would go? Let me know. So let's dig in. Front end of the Sentra Nismo in the gun metallic. As we come in closer, they went with LED lighting up front, standard bulbs for turn signals, fog lamps, the Nissan V-Motion grille with some darker chrome accents, the Nissan badge in the middle, Nismo with the red O right there on the front grille, the red accents on the front splitter. So a lot of Nismo cues here. Also the red Nismo body kit on the lower part of the vehicle. And then we go Nismo wheels. Please excuse my shadow. So this is an 18-inch aluminum alloy wheel. The Nissan badge in the center cap. These wheels, obviously, the wheels have changed. What's on here now is a Nexen Platinum, a Nexen N5000 Platinum tire. 215 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 18s, all four corners, front wheel drive. Moving on out, the gun metallic paint still in really good shape at 6 years old and 95,000 miles on the clock. As we come in closer, gloss black side view mirrors, caps with that red Nismo stripe and the turn signals. We have chrome on the front and rear door handle, the fuel filler on the right side. Up top, we have the color matched roof, and we have the antenna and no sunroof. And then over the back, you have the deck lid spoiler in the back. That is a Nismo feature with standard lighting in the back. And then we have Sentra on the top left of the deck lid, the Nissan badge in the center, and Nismo right up here. And all the badging still looking really good. And then down on the rear diffuser area, we have the red striping down below, and we do have a single chrome exhaust tip coming out the back left. I guess it would have been nicer to have dual exhaust on this. Let me know what you think. Under the hood of the Sentra Nismo, we had a 1.6-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed manual transmission, 188 horsepower, 177 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60. Estimate 7 seconds, so not a fast car, but it was never an expensive car. MPGs, 25 in the city, 31 on the highway, and 27 combined. All right, before we do a quick interior review, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, you know what? Let's check this out, because we do have a repro of the window sticker. What was the new car cost? Well, here we go. Base price for the 2019 Sentra Nismo manual transmission was $25,940. This vehicle has 0 options on it, so the total MSRP from the factory after a destination and delivery charge of $885 from Nissan's Aguas, Mexico assembly plant, the total vehicle MSRP from the factory was $26,825. This vehicle now has 95,500 miles on the clock, and the used car asking price is $15,950. So let's check out the interior real quick. Starting with the door panel, we're going to have black soft touch across the top, and then we're going to have this faux carbon fiber trim into the chrome door handle. This is Alcantara touches for the Nismo, but it's gotten kind of worn off at 95,000 miles with the red cross stitch, flat black on the switchgear. We do have a Bose sound system in here. I believe that's 6 speakers, smaller door pocket into the foot box. Would have been nice to have some aluminum finish on the clutch brake and accelerator. with the Nismo carpeted floor mats in the vehicle in still pretty good shape. Manual seats for the driver, front passenger. And then we have the Nismo seats with the Alcantara, with the stitching. Still not too bad on the bolstering as far as how the Alcantara is held up. We have some red accents. The Nismo embroidered into each front seat. And the head bolstering feels soft and the headrests feel firm. Front passenger door panel, same as the driver. And then onto the dash. Pretty plain with all hard black plastic. And then we do have a fairly decent size glove box. Now, we have a fully integrated infotainment system. This is obviously a really old one now. We have 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards up top. This is Nissan's 7-inch infotainment system. I'm going to go ahead and turn the fan speed down just so you can hear me better, because it is a hot one out today. So we have the 7-inch touchscreen from Nissan in this 2019. Here is the menu right here where you have your Sirius XM, as well as AM, FM, Bluetooth audio. So they have you set right there. You can Bluetooth your phone there on the bottom, your audio, your connections. You can bring up your connections. You have a Wi-Fi hotspot, up to 6 devices. And then you have your info. That's going to give you your system information. And then we have our general vehicle settings all the way over here. Connections, sound, to adjust the equalizer for this Bose sound system, your clock, that sort of thing, system voice commands, cameras. Let's check the apps. There you go. There's your Apple CarPlay. We do have wired CarPlay, Android Auto in this system. So that's pretty nice. So, and then you have your day-night mode right there. So small system, pretty basic, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. And if we go to reverse and check out the backup camera, there it is. It's a pretty old one, but pretty yellowy. But you know what? It's an old car now, and at least it does have trajectory. So there you have that. So pretty easy. Down further, you got the Nismo push-button start. You have dual climate right here, which is a nice touch. Now you have that Nismo-styled center console area with the faux carbon fiber and the red. It says Nismo right there. Got a 12-volt, an area to slide some stuff. Here is the Gator that's still in good shape and leather for the 6-speed manual transmission. 2-stage heated seats that still work. No problem at all. There's your manual brake. And then you have 2 cup holders with the Nissan key fob, which is showing its age. The red and the black. Nissan badge, lock, unlock, pop the trunk. Panic button. Not bad. And then a center console there, or excuse me, center armrest, which is soft. We can open that up. And we have an aux jack and a USB-A with some extra storage. The Nismo wheel, we have leather and then Alcantara, but all the Alcantara is just kind of rubbed off over time. So we have the red and top dead center. So the wheel has seen better days as far as the Alcantara goes. So that may need some rejuvenation if you want to make it look like it was when it was new. The Nissan badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel. I have no problem at 5'11" getting in and out of this Sentra. It's a nice open and airy passenger cabin. Now on the left here, you have your volume, sources, controls to the digital portion of the dash. On the right, telephone voice commands, cruise control. And then on the stalks here, you got your headlight controls, turn signals, high beams on the right, windshield wipers. Over here, you got your cameras, pop the trunk, bright and dim the dash, sport mode on or off, and then you have traction control on or off. And then on the left side, open the fuel filler door. On the right side, open the hood. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, even though it's a little bit stiff. And then you have the analog gauges with the digital one in the center with that Nismo look on the left gauge only. Why not both? And then, of course, you have additional information you can go through depending on what you want to see when you're going down the road. So it's pretty simple. And then when you put it in the sport mode, well, it just says sport. And that's it. Overhead console right here, looking good. Spot for your shades. You want your dome lighting to come on and off and open and close the door. This button right here, you leave it out. When you open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, lighting will dim out. No roof to show you. Alcantara Nismo headliner, framed rear view mirror, manual dimming function, sun visor, vanity, no light though. Does it slide? Yes, it does. Back seat of the Sentra Nismo, but first the rear door panel. Same kind of vibe as the front, except you get hard black plastic up top. Now, I have the seat set for my driving position, but it's a small compact sedan, so right leg in, duck twist, left leg in. We have the sloping roof line. Anything over 5'9", you're going to have to duck. We still have the Nismo seats in the back, no seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. Then we have a couple areas for storage, a USB A and C here in the back, and we have the same seating in the back with the stitching, nice and soft, no armrest. Would have been nice to see one of those, and no heat and air vents in the rear console. Would have been nice to see that, but overall it's pretty comfortable back here. Getting into the Nismo trunk, well, it's a manual trunk, but you can pop it from the key fob or from the dash, or you come to the back and right above the license plate there's a button. You hit it and it goes right up. Nice wide opening, 15.1 cubic feet of space in the back of the Sentra Nismo trunk. And underneath here, we do have tools jack and a small spare. So thank you, Nissan, for the spare. And now let's go check to see if you can let these rear seats down. It looks like you can from the side here. Yep, there's knobs, and you can let those down in a 60-40 split. Let's check that out real quick. There we go. And now, a bit of a kick up, but if you got extra space and nobody in the back seats, got extra gear, you're all set. Here is a reproduction of the new car window sticker. Let's check that out. 2019 Sentra Nismo. The standard equipment right here, left and right. Of course, no options on this one. There's all your Nismo exclusive features right there. Then MSRP $26,825. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. Made by Nissan in Mexico. Drop shipped to Smyrna, Tennessee. Let's take her out for a spin. Oh, but first, before the spin, we got to show you the Buyer's Guide, Pennsylvania State Law for Used Cars. And the used car sticker put on by Beans. Now, let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're on the road in this 19 Sentra Nismo with the 6-speed manual transmission. And right off the bat, I do have great visibility out of all the glass. No issues there at all. Nice big view out of the rear view mirror as well. We have nice side view mirrors, but we don't have blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, that sort of thing in this Nismo. Handling, really nice. It's light, but it is tight and it is right. These Nexen tires, not my favorite, even though they're higher end Nexen tires. We'll see. But the 6-speed manual, I've driven better ones. Now this has got 95,500 miles on it. It's had a clutch replacement, but it is a little vague on the pattern for my liking. And it's a little heavier on the clutch than I was expecting. Now the car's curb weight is a little over, 3,077 pounds. So it's not really heavy, but it feels like a substantial car on the road. The turning radius here, 17.4 feet. exhaust on this is pretty muted. But at the end of the day, this Sentra at $26,800, brand new in 19, it's an inexpensive, fun little car with a 6-speed manual. If you wanted the automatic, you could get a CVT. I wouldn't have done that no matter what in a Nismo. But the 6-speed isn't bad. Let's check out our brakes. Brakes feel good. Downshifts feel good. $6,500 RPM red line. Holds its grip to the road. Of course, you got Nismo suspension. Right? We got front struts. And we have a Torsen rear on this Sentra Nismo. But it is Nismo tuned. Whatever that means. Sport tuned. We have a sport mode. Let's see how that does. Slow down a little bit. Frankly, I don't notice much of a difference with the sport mode on, but here we go. No, I don't. Kind of feels the same as it does with the sport mode off. But at the end of the day, it was an inexpensive, fun little car that you could drive around during the week, doing your errands, going to work, taking the kids to school, enjoying your 6-speed manual, and then take it out on the twisty roads and have some fun with it because it handles really well. And with the lower horsepower, you really have to know how to push the car to get that enthusiast feel out of it. And I kind of like that. The power isn't just there for the taking. You got to know how to extract that power where you want it and in your spots to get this thing to behave really, really well out on the road in the twisty bits. So you gotta work at it more. And some people like that, and some people just want the extra horsepower to be given to them right up front so they don't have to work as hard at it. I kind of enjoy this old school feel and, you know, working hard and getting these RPMs just right to get my maximum power whenever I want it. It's a very interesting car, and brand new, $26,800. It wasn't expensive. Now $15,950 is the asking price with 95,594 miles. Obviously, there is no manufacturer's warranty left. There is no additional warranty besides the short little warranty that is given by the dealer. And the upside, though, the Carfax is clean, no accidents, no damage, no branded title. It's clean title, clear Carfax, so that's always good. And you let me know if you're in the market for one of these cars and you want to spend low money. Is this Sentra Nismo maybe something that would be up your alley? Put it in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Volkswagen here in Devon, Pennsylvania for allowing the channel access to this used 2019 Nissan Sentra Nismo with the 6-speed manual and gun metallic for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound.